Hello, everyone. I'm back with more Imperator Rome, playing as the Goths. And I decided to start recording now because I'm just about all set up to try to take on the Lysimachid Kingdom and its client state, Ahistorical. I don't know how you pronounce that, but anyway, Massagetian client state of the Lysimachid Kingdom that is right here in, I guess that's like modern day Belarus, maybe? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm doing this because I decided to try to take on this mission tree, the matter of Borysthenia. Borysthenia is here. And so I'm going to get some cool little perks, including some quick assimilation and whatever else I get from this: military experience, profit investments, prestige. I don't know why. Anyway, Frodo Jazz versus Burning Jazz, but I'm Sig Jazz, and we're a kingdom already, so I don't know if that's really something I want. But anyway, it gives me something to do, and then kind of just curious to see if I can stand up to the Lysimachid Kingdom with mercenaries. Essentially, is what I'm doing. I only have one legion, 15k troops in one legion. I've got 24,000 levies here, and then I've got pretty large mercenary stacks that I'm getting set up around. So basically, I've managed to turn our economy into a really commerce-based kind of economy, and actually put out pretty massive income each month. I don't know what to compare that to, though, because I've never really played this game as one of the major civilized nations. I've always played as some kind of barbarian or nomadic tribe. But anyway, a lot more money than I'm used to having coming in, and I've got a good young king right now. Well, he's not that young anymore. What? Time flies. Anyway, he's well entrenched. Don't have that much disloyalty going on, except for this one province that is probably the one that's, no, I don't know. It's a partial province. It's always tough with just 2 or 3 settlements in a province to keep them happy, I find. Anyway, so we're gonna let these mercenaries get to full morale and move into position, and then we're going to go ahead and declare war on Fasibesi. Oh, somebody escaped. Okay, whatever. They can have claims if they want. Disloyal armies. Who's disloyal? Oh, Jazz. Why is he disloyal? Yeah, I'm going to revolt these rebels. Let's do that. And let's get free hands. Okay. And let's see. Are we ready? Not quite. Not quite. So let's just leave it here and then move these guys here. We'll probably get hit by something more powerful. Okay, so any minute now we will be declaring war on Apaciaci. Let's see. I could probably take on another mercenary army, but maybe I'll just wait to do that. See if it's necessary. What do I want first? Missions. I want making games. Borysthenia. I think I'll do that one first. I mean, I'm going to try to take all of them, ultimately. in one piece deal, even if it gives me really bad aggressive expansion. But let's see which one actually can be the least. Do I need the most? Let's go back to provinces map mode. I think that might be a good idea. Okay, here goes. Oh. Change that. I need to stop military axis. How is the Lysimachid Kingdom doing down here? Oh, they don't seem to be handling their current war particularly well either for some reason. So, no, maybe we have a chance. Oh, they have a revolt coming too. Oh, this is going to be good. I think we can do this. I think we can do this. Okay. 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 I have good feelings about this now. Okay, well, I'm going to cut this here. Anyway, let's see what's going on. Not much has changed. Just wanted to share that war with you guys. And the state of the world is much the same as it was in episode 4.5. And except for now, Guthonia has expanded way into the forests of eastern Russia and has taken a bunch of territory from the Massachetian client state of the Lysimachid Kingdom. We had a lot of luck there. It was way easier than it should have been. And if we look at cultures, yeah, so some Uric and Sarmatian and Androphagian, which I guess is probably another Proto-Slavic group, I would guess. I don't actually know. In there as well. Our population size has increased by a lot. And yeah, so big blob. Still not anywhere near as wealthy or powerful as some of these other big blobs, but can't be one shot anymore. Probably for now, just going to keep going with whatever the mission trees pop up and suggest. I think I'm curious to see if there's another mission tree that tries to take me more towards the Black Sea area, which would be cool because that is what the Goths and the Gepids did. There were Gothic and Gepid kingdoms on the Black Sea coast I think they started to move down there in the 2nd century, so not far off from where we are in the time frame. So it kind of be fun to follow the historic path somewhat. I'm not married to it, so we'll see what happens. Okay, wait, don't go yet. I was gonna end the episode there, but then I played another 50-ish years, and a lot happened in those 50 years. And I didn't really think it was worth recording a new episode yet, but I wanted to share a little more before ending this episode. It is now the beginning of the 2nd century, and 102 AD, and we've blobbed a lot in the last little bit. And it was a few wars that we declared, but it was mostly allies declaring wars and then us joining them and them deciding to give us a lot of territory in the peace deals, which I guess was fine for me. It was less aggressive expansion to deal with, and yeah, it was fine. So we're quite a blob now. And I mentioned just before starting or ending, I think it was when I was ending the last war, the mission trees, I was curious to see whether they would take us towards the Black Sea coast, which is historically where the Goths went. And sure enough, the missions are now taking us into Scythia. I've had these missions up for a while. I think you guys will be able to see which territories it's highlighting there in what is now Thrace, which will bring me to my next topic. But yeah, taking us towards the Black Sea coast. Interestingly, some of the later missions will be easier for us to achieve than some of the earlier ones, but I have not been bold enough to take them on yet. I also don't know if these trees are vanilla or Invictus. I think they're vanilla because the vanilla ones have these names like the matter of and development of or something like that of a province. So I think these are vanilla ones, which I didn't realize the Goths came with a vanilla mission tree to move towards the Black Sea coast. I don't know if that's because of the historic basis for that, or if it was just, oh, here's, does the system say here's a region that is adjacent to one you control or one you started, let's create a generic mission tree for that. It's probably the latter, I think, because it seems like every time you get into one of these, it somehow randomly chooses which provinces within a region to do what with, and then which settlements within those provinces to try to form cities in and stuff like that. So I think this might be a vanilla kind of generated thing. Anyway, I think as you will have noticed, Thrace is, at some point, the Lysimachid kingdom woke up and called itself Thrace. I don't know what triggered it. I can't figure that out. Nothing seemed to be going on. Maybe it's a change of government form. I don't know. And that was right after, not long after, Thrace and Rome together had gone to war against Alania. So the Alans had become pretty powerful and control this part of Thrace here as well as all of this. And then they clearly lost the next war, which they didn't call us into as allies for some reason. They called us in as allies when they were conquering Thracian or Lysimachid Empire territory, but then they did not call us in as allies when they were defending against the Roman and Lysimachid retaliation. But now Rome has got a really bizarre spread. So it's got territory all the way over almost on the Caspian Sea, and it has Crimea and parts, a lot of the northern Black Sea coast. Meanwhile, it still hasn't really spread into a lot of its traditional areas. It hasn't taken any of Anatolia. It hasn't taken really any of Iberia. Oh, it's getting some little bits and pieces here, but it's just very oddly distributed Rome right now. But that may change. I don't know. Maybe in the next 100 years it'll change. I don't know how strongly it'll end up being affected by these 3rd century collapse mechanics. That'll be interesting to see. I guess at the end of the 3rd century, or at the end of this game, when I do the conversion to CK3, I'll have the largest nation in the Mediterranean / European theater. I'll give them the Holy Roman Empire mechanics, whether it's us or somebody else. And yeah, so so we've blobbed a lot. We still don't have a huge population, but like it's nothing compared to Rome or the Parthians. But I'm starting to have more trouble controlling or managing the loyalty of provinces and characters, and I don't know if that is because 3rd century collapse mechanics are kicking in, or it's just size, or it's just that I have a kind of crappy king right now, like stat wise, or whatever he is, character wise. He's rash. He's second born, whatever that means. No, he seems like he should be fine, but I've been struggling a little bit. So I've been trying to build buildings that improve provincial loyalty in cities, which we have a lot more of now, and like here's cities that we got these cities all from Lysimacan Kingdom. Some I built, but most of them were taken from Lysimacan Kingdom when Alania declared war on them. And then and then I'm going to start going down the technology trees looking for things that improve loyalty of all sorts, character and provincial and all that, because I've finished the martial advances tree that I wanted to, and I haven't gone down this. There's probably some stuff that I'm underestimating in terms of value here, but I feel like by the time I get to sieging forts and stuff, I've already beat their armies, so it's just like a matter of time. And I haven't really gone down the naval path at all. So anyway, I've moved into other areas of technology to try to find things that make maintaining loyalty easier. I should take these, somehow miss those, but yeah, so we'll take some of those when we can, and that will hopefully help us stay coherent through the crises to come, including one interesting event that I think is, I'm not sure if this is part of the extended timeline mod or the 3rd century collapse. I think it's the extended timeline, but we now have significant Christian populations in the world. They're Kemetic, so that's different. They're also Kemetic, but there are these little Christian centers popping up. I checked this about 20 years ago, and it was just a few. There was like a couple in here, but not that many anyway. So, Israelite religion, I'm assuming. So that's Jewish, and these are all uninhabited. We'll see here heptatic. Heptatic being, I guess, heptatic is I should know this, but I think it's the core kind of Persian religious group system here. So there's Zoroastrian. I don't know if that just showed up, if that was always there. I should have checked that before, but it would have been interesting to know. But yeah, so there's Jewish communities, there's Christian communities now. The Christian communities are supposed to spread, from what I've read. Yeah, look, wow, they've spread over here already. That's amazing. I didn't know they had been spreading that fast. So we're going to face a Christianization of the Western world. We're going to face some currently unknown forms of decentralization and unrest mechanics. And so, yeah, so that's the update for now, and thanks for watching, and I will see you guys for the next episode.